And now a video you don't have to watch because you want information.
Come on now. Yeah, happy people in the house.
What is up, YouTube? It is AzureIsuma here with, I guess, just another video. I mean, this isn't a video you need to actually watch, so.
Watch me, watch me.
So it's a little bit over a 30-day mark since Tera was released for early access for PlayStation 4 and Xbox. And I wanted to do a video of, 30-ish days after, and here I am.
Ta-da!
So the game kicked off really well. I mean, a lot of people were freaking out because, early access people were playing a full 7 days beforehand if they bought actually bought the early access pack. But then in like a twist of events, they were like, oh, by the way, if you have Twitch Prime, you can play early access too. And that actually solicited a lot of people getting into early access for free with, just a few little perks as well. Like they got a dragon pet and I think elite status for a few days actually. And of course, the early access players could top on top of that. Anyway, so 30 days in, we're all grinded up. We're all around the 410 item level, all, running through Liliths and learning to do Ruinous Manor. And there actually have been guides coming out by numerous people to help others get through these dungeons, and they've actually been really helpful. My impression of the game is always going to be the same. Like, Tera is going to be Tera. The game plays great. It's going to play great on console for a while. I mean, until, something better comes out, which there are other games slated to come out this year, and if not next year, or start betaing this year. But Tera is going to be Tera. The problem I see is that EM is always going to be EM as well, because like I said, 30 days in, we've barely gotten a fix to people being logged into different servers every time they try to get into the game. And I mean, that's not that big of a problem. Press back, go back out, go into your, correct server. But I'm currently on the PvP server Nixaris, and there's not really much PvP going on besides in town. Like, I expected, being on a PvP server, there would be like, just constant PvP ganking and, just the fun stuff that comes with PvP. But there's not. And I think that's solely based on EM's way of handling, a PvP server and people not being able to actually handle being on a PvP server. Because on a PvP server, you expect there to be PvP. Like, that's what it's there for. But you can't PvP unless you request someone to duel, and at 65 you have to be in certain areas to PvP, or you can't be in a city and you can't be in the Island of Dawn. Every other else you can PvP, but no one else is anywhere else. Like, I personally believe that Island of Dawn should be a PvP zone because everybody goes there at least once during the day, and the people that picked this server specifically picked this server so they could PvP. So why are we being limited on the places we can PvP? Like, I've had issues to where I'm grinding and, someone comes up and they decide, they're gonna over damage over my mobs. Like, a berserker comes up and they decide, because berserkers are one of the top DPS classes, they're gonna fight over what I'm fighting, and they can do all the damage because they don't have to block the attacks and they don't have to dodge. And they're gonna over damage what I'm fighting and take the EXP, the kill, and the quest quota, which I had to deal with multiple times. And I'm just like, I wish I could flag up in PvP and kill this guy, but I can't because Island of Dawn is locked out of PvP. I mean, there have been other instances, like when I'm leveling between 62 and 65, I've had the same issue happen where I'm grouping up mobs and someone decides to roll up and blow up my entire group before I can even, start actually attacking. And as a brawler, I'm like, okay, so I just did all that work for no reason. That was awesome. Now, can you please leave? Because I can't kill you. Because EM says no. And I've also found that people like to trash talk a lot, but they don't want to queue up for a duel when you challenge them. And I mean, there's an easy way to fix that. They can make it so where people outside, 5 levels or 10 levels of each other can't PvP each other. So say I'm like level, 20 and you're level 26. You can't come like into Oblivion Woods and just, you know, gank us all or whatever. So yeah, I do feel the PvP system for the PvP servers needs a complete overhaul, because right now there is no benefit to being on a PvP server, to be honest. I mean, other than that, I just wish we'd get to the point where we had the patch where they could let us be able to customize our linked skills. You know, the skills that like we get to put whatever skill we want in that order. So because it's actually kind of weird running it how it is right now. A lot of the skills don't really make sense of when they're going into each other. And then sometimes we have skills that just like activate on their own. Like if you're going from a brawler, you're going to roundhouse kick into jackhammer and then back into pile driver, and say pile driver resets roundhouse kick. If you try to press roundhouse kick again, it starts up haymaker, which is the next skill in the chain. But the button tied to haymaker would be square, and you're pressing R1 and you start haymaker, and you have to keep tapping R1 to skill animation cancel out of haymaker to do roundhouse kick again, then finally do haymaker. So I think that's kind of one of the weird things that actually happened in the game as well. But on a positive note, they started giving us our daily EMP for having elite status, and this weekend actually they're doing EXP bonus for console players on the weekend, and that's gonna be a good thing too for, well, people that are trying to like level up multiple characters. I'd honestly say this is the best time for people that are having problems getting feedstock and those other materials to actually start leveling up your Reapers, your multiple Reapers, and finishing off those storylines of the level 65 quests. So you can get like all the benefits of, you know, the level 65 character, and you can just delete her after the event's over. Or delete it, I mean, it takes 24 hours to delete a character over level 40, I believe. So you can level up, I guess, 2 or 3 Reapers over Friday, and then delete them on Friday, have the spots open Saturday 24 hours after the time you deleted them, and then do it over again for Sunday. And I'm pretty sure the event ends like, you know, Monday morning, so I guess you'd have how many other characters you can actually do from those. I personally have 9 character slots, and I have, I believe, 4 characters that are above level 40, so I'm probably going to be doing that same thing as well, trying to build up on my feedstock and build up on my emeralds as well, because you do get emeralds from level 65 quests. You do get a bunch of decent material, so I think that's something a lot of people should actually be focusing on this weekend. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of talk about, oh, that's going to mess up the market, that's going to fluctuate the price on the market. The market's going to be screwed for a while until the game settles down and we get like a constant flow of events, and then we have, you know, the regular fluctuations besides stuff like this. So I mean, just go with it while you can. So yeah, what do you guys think of your first 30 days of playing Tera? What do you guys think of, you know, Tera so far? What do you want to have? What do you want to see happen? Of course, everybody wants, you know, the Valkyrie, the Gunner, the Assassin to be released, but that's gonna come in time. But what else do you guys want to see, I guess, change in the game? And if you're on a PvP server, would you like to see different implementations in PvP? I know we're trying to actually get people to stop doing Kumas and actually start up with one of the Battlegrounds PvPs that they have going on. So I also want to thank you guys for helping me get to 63 subscribers.
I pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
So yeah, like, subscribe, share, every bit helps.
Help me! Help me!
Thanks for watching. Peace.